That recording is.
All right, guys. Happy New Year. Start off 2024. We're going to be doing a little podcast called the Davey Jones Locker, where we're going to be talking about sports, some of our bets, some of the bets that we think you should place. If you want to tail them. And yeah, let's get into it. I'm your host, Shane, with at CFB with Shane on all socials.
I'm the co-host to Tate Nelson, aka Davey Jones, Davey Jones CFB.
Yeah. All right.
So
Well, let's get into it. So we're gonna be doing this new segment on here on Davy Jones Locker called Fan Thursdays, where you guys ask me a question on at CFP with Shane on Instagram, and I answer them. First question came from all the way from San Diego. Kirby asked, favorite MJ quote.
mm, damn, that's a
Kirby, I'd
tough
have
one.
to go with there may not be an I in team, but there is an I in win. Full
That's a,
transparency, when you asked me that question, I looked up 50 top 50 Michael Jordan quotes. So
yeah, I'll keep it pretty transparent. I'm looking them up right now. Uh, well, if you quit once, it becomes a habit. So, never quit. And that's how my gambling career is working. Yet to quit, but that is why I've got a full sheet of locks ready for this day's slate.
oh
And
yeah. Oh yeah. I'm excited to get into it for sure.
yeah, no, yeah, but keep it going with the questions.
Yeah, we have a few more. This one comes from at Michael.McVeigh. Thanks for joining, bud. And he asked, who will win the NFL MVP?
Oof. Um,
Who I think should win and who's gonna win are two different answers. Who's gonna
I
win
mean,
is gonna be Lamar Jackson because it's a quarterback award, but
I agree. I do think Lamar is gonna win with no questions, but I would have to say Josh Allen's my vote. 100%.
wow. I actually agree. Josh is my guy.
Josh is behind all the interceptions. He's a great dude.
Yeah, well, everyone loves to focus on the negative, right?
Yeah.
Okay, next one comes from Hamish A. Hunter. How many how many sticks of butter do you think Bo Nix has eaten in his life? Ah, good question, man.
Jeez, where's that question coming from?
All the way in Vermont with Hamish A.
Vermont.
Hunter. Yeah.
Hamish A. Hunter. All right. Good question. I think it was in his lifetime.
Yeah, in his life. I definitely think he ate a lot as a kid, but definitely slowed down.
Slowed down.
I think Dan did a good job of getting him off the butter. I think he's probably gotten down to one, maybe two sticks a day. Tez.
Tez is a butter dog.
Yeah, Tez loves his butter.
Yeah. I don't know. I'd say upwards of 1,500.
That's pretty. I was thinking more like 4,986.
Oh, I think that's right on the money.
All right. Last questions coming from at not McCaleb. 2024 mock draft. Where do our Oregon Stars get drafted?
Hmm. Bo Nix late first round.
Really? You think he's gonna go first round?
I do. I think he's proven himself to show his talent as an NFL quarterback. He's got the experience. Say pick 31.
31. I think he's gonna drop to third or fourth round.
Third or fourth. I could
Yeah.
see that happening too. Um,
Um, Davy Jones, how do you get out of never mind. Um, yeah, I don't think he's gonna go as high as people think. I mean, yeah, he's a great college quarterback, but
so my question to you now is: do you think Penix will be drafted before him after
I think
performing at this high
Penix
caliber?
I think Penix might be drafted before Caleb Williams.
You
I,
know,
s- I said
I
it.
could I could see that. It's a hot take.
Yeah.
And here on Davy Jones, we got some hot takes.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Then last question was, is Prize Picks a scam?
Hmm. It's not a scam if they sponsor us. So
Yeah,
you
well,
hear that?
we're more
I
of
would.
DraftKings guys, but we'll take
I
anything.
I will take anything. I do not personally use Prize Picks or any player props. Um, strictly DraftKings or a book. Book's always the best way to escape your debt. So
One of my coworkers came in with a five-legger for tonight, so maybe
hmm,
that will be an intro to our next segment. He
yeah,
has $100 on a five-legger. David
$100 on
Pastrnak, anytime goal scorer. Boston Bruins first goal, under 2.5 total goals for the Bruins.
First quarter.
First period, under 2.5 total goals, over 2.5 Bruins total goals in the entire game, and under 7.5 total goals. 100 to pay 575.
huh.
How do we feel about that?
Ah, let's see. I am on the Bruins today, believe it or not. They are one of my picks of today, so I do like that. I do see them coming out a little bit slower. Um,
Interesting. So let's get right into this. Actually, you know
yeah,
what?
let's
Before
start
we
on the top of the slate. Start with Pittsburgh versus Boston.
Okay, that is I did not write that one of those games down, but let's talk about it.
Well, we can talk about it
Actually, I did. I did. Penguins at the Garden playing the
at the Garden.
Bruins. Bruins coming off a easy win against the Blue Jackets 2 days ago. Um, Bruins open up or are going to probably go into the game at minus 145.
Hmm. See, I see them at like 150 right now. Um, in your defense, Pitt has been playing some decent hockey, uh, but fell off in the last couple of games. Haven't been playing too hot. And then Boston, on the other hand, is playing great and they're getting even better. And at home, they're on a 4-game win streak at home. I don't see any reason not to take Boston here in the Garden.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, completely agree. Couldn't agree more.
completely agree. So for the first game, we got Boston money line outright.
Yep. All right, this one caught my eye when I looked on ESPN earlier this morning. The Avs at the
Ooh,
Dallas Stars.
I like this game. I like this game a lot.
Me too. Dallas is minus 120.
Dallas is minus 120. So I'll give you my take on this game. I see this road Avalanche team coming in. They've dominated the last three matchups against Dallas, and Dallas is coming off a weak home performance against the Canadians. Lost to the Canadians at home. I would think this as a huge game for the Avalanche. Come into Dallas, show what they've always done, dominate Dallas. This is going to be a playoff matchup.
You're taking the Avs, really?
I am taking the Avs. Yes. Are you on?
Interesting. You know, I didn't want to dip my toes in this water, but I'm going to. I'm going to go with Dallas.
You are. Hey,
Yep.
and see, this is
You know,
one where we go back and forth, and may the best
Dave,
man win, and see these fans pick their
Davey,
true
that's
hero.
just a tough place to go on a Thursday night in Dallas.
It is.
They
It
know
is.
they haven't been performing the way that they want to. They have players, they have coaching, they have a good GM.
It's gonna be a matchup of the stars. Another bet for this game that I wouldn't be too shy of taking would be the over 6.5 goals.
Yeah, definitely
Um,
could see that. Well, let's go into this. Now, this comes interesting. Last year's playoff matchup, round one, Kraken took down the Avs in game 7. They lost to the Stars in round 2. The Kraken taking on the Senators tonight in Seattle, 10 p.m. Eastern time. Seattle, the Kraken. You know, I love the Kraken.
yes, don't we all, man? Don't we
Kraken
all?
faithful over here. They're going into the game at minus 120.
I mean, I'm gonna say it here. There's no option. Give me the Kraken.
Yeah,
Give me the Kraken.
especially Kraken came off a bad loss against the Senators earlier in the season.
This is at
Not going to
home.
happen again. Vince Dunn, He's a beast. He's playing really well. That was a good trade for them.
And I'll say this: Krakens have a losing record at home, and they're
Well,
going to be
also
looking to fix that.
the
And
Kraken are on a 5-game win streak right now against
yeah,
some pretty decent teams, if I might
yeah,
add,
they're going to be keeping
including
this rolling.
including your Los Angeles Kings.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. They had a good win against
And
them.
then they're
They had a
coming off
great
an
win,
impressive win against
the Golden Knights
no
in the
Golden
Winter
Knights in the
Classic.
Winter Classic. Yeah.
Correct. I mean, I love it. Give
Oh
me
yeah.
a give
Yeah.
me give me Kraken money line for sure.
Uh-huh. And then I have two more games that I starred. Panthers at the Golden Knights and the Red
And
Wings at the Kings. Kings
oh,
are
minus
minus
180.
185 and
Yeah.
Florida's minus 120. Tell you what, I'm going in on the Golden Knights tonight. I like their odds at plus 120. They're coming off of embarrassing loss in front of all eyes over there at the Mariner Stadium in
Yeah.
Seattle. Um, and then I like the Kings. They're going to dominate tonight.
The Kings are
So
going to dominate with no doubt.
what I'm going to go, here's my picks for NHL tonight. I'm going to stay away from money lines for the Avs Stars game because that can go either way. I like
Yep.
what you said with the over.
I like that too.
I'm going to go over on the Stars Avs game. Next
Yep.
game, Penguins at Bruins. Give me Bruins money line. It's
Yep.
easy.
Boom.
Panthers at Golden Knights, Florida, minus 120 in Vegas. Golden Knights want to get a little redemption off what happened on the first. Give me the Golden Knights. Next game, Senators at Kraken. Kraken are on a 5-game win streak. Expect to make it 6 by the end of tonight. And then Red Wings in LA, playing the Kings. Kings are playing arguably better than anyone in the NHL right now. I like the Kings.
I like it. So one thing I think we could do to make it a little easier is why don't we start at the top at the 4 p.m. slate or 7 p.m. your time and work our way down.
Well,
Talking.
for the sake of time, I think we should get into, unless you wanted to share some of
I
your
want to
bets.
share, yeah, some of my bets that I think these fans could tail.
Yeah.
Kind of a weird game we got with the Buffalo and Montreal game. I don't want to touch it, but if I do see any value in it, it would be these home dogs of the Canadians. I mean, I don't enjoy watching either of these teams play, and it doesn't make sense to me why the Canadians are underdogs after being 3-0 against the Sabres this season. So I
Yeah.
don't know.
So what's your pick for that?
My pick for that one is it's a toss up plus 110. Give me the Canadians.
Yeah, I like
Another
those
game,
odds too.
another game that I just love, think they're going to dominate, and I can see some value if you take the puck line is the Flyers. The Blue Jackets are an awful team, and it's hard to find value with them when they're playing in these games plus 160, plus 150. There's not a lot of value. They have a crummy offense with an even worse D. I could just see Philly racking up points. Philly's got a good offense going, and they're pretty hot right now. They're looking for a win.
Yeah. Sorry, I got to upgrade to Zoom Plus because we're running out of time.
But my whale lock parlay of the night. If you'd like to hear it, you'd like me to share it
Yeah,
with the
go for it.
fans. I think LA Kings one leg domination against the Red Wings at home. Easy. Flyers total another domination at home.
Oh yeah, Flyers. I forgot to add that. Flyers
So
easy.
give me
They're playing the Blue Jackets.
Blue Jackets domination. I would even see taking puck line on that, but so give me Kings, give me Flyers, give me the Kraken, and last leg, give me the Bruins. 4 legs, 20 to win 130.
I
Lock it
like
in.
that. I like that a lot. All right, let's move away from the NHL. Um, college football.
College football. Big game Monday. As a Ducks fan, as a Ducks student, it is hard to watch the team that has beat you twice perform this well in the playoffs, but it does make me happy knowing that is the only team we've lost to. With that being said, I think their fairy tale ends a little short, and Michigan is just going to perform as a better team. They're going to
Yeah,
come out hot. They're going to be ready, sacking Penix left and right. That line's going to be tired. I know you, on the other hand, are a Washington supporter, so I'd like to hear
it's
what you have
not
to
that
say.
I'm a Washington supporter. Don't get me wrong. I hate Washington. Hate's a strong word. I dislike Washington just as much as the next Duck fan. However, as someone who grew up watching Pac-12 with my dad, Pac-12 After Dark was is something that I really look forward to every college season, just because, especially now with me being on the East Coast, it gives me a reason to get through my day. And just as someone who's an overall Pac-12 fan, I think it would be awesome if Pac-12 went out on a bang and they brought a national championship home before the switch to the Big Ten, Big 12, AC, and ACC.
I agree with that. That would be a great thing to see. It is a good thing as a Ducks fan, and knowing that we're going to be in the Big Ten to see the championship matchup as two
Yeah,
Big Ten
definitely.
teams.
All right, Tate. Well, we have 6 minutes left to go in this episode. I didn't. In the future, I'll have pro, so we'll have enough, plenty of time. But all right,
Let's
speed
wrap
round.
it up. Wrap it up. Get it going.
Here are my thoughts on the Washington Michigan game. If you looked at CFB with Shane on Instagram, you'd already know this, but I think Washington's going to come out. Michigan opened up at -4.5, still at 4.5. A couple days later, that's one of the best odds I've seen all season. Give me Washington +4.5 all day. Caleb DeBoer came out on Dylan Johnson. He said, quotations, "My thoughts are Dylan Johnson will be ready. Dylan Johnson will be ready to go." I also saw some other reports that he just re-aggravated an injury. He's expected to play on Monday. That's big because I think Washington's going to establish the run game in the first half. I think Washington's going to beat Michigan at their own game. They're going to win the line of scrimmage. They're going to run down their throat. Michigan's going to know what's coming, and they're not going to be able to stop it. Pause. But and then the second half, I think Washington's going to air it out. I think they're going to kill them in the air, and that's why I think I predicted a 48-24 Washington win. I just am not impressed with Michigan's offense. JJ McCarthy, who said Harbaugh said that he's the best quarterback to ever play at
Yeah,
Michigan.
that's a little outrageous.
I mean, he's not. I don't know if we all watched the same game on the first, but if Michigan had a half decent offense, that score Michigan would have been up by 3 or 4 touchdowns the whole
Yeah,
game.
yeah. You could argue it both ways. You know, I'm just looking forward to it. It's gonna be a matchup.
Yeah, it's gonna be a great game.
Yeah.
All right, we'll wrap up with some NFL. I am very much looking forward to this weekend. We got biggest game of the week. I'm also biased because, as you know, my dad's a Bills fan, which means I'm a Bills fan. Dolphins at Bills. Buffalo
Mm.
is a -3 point favorite.
This is a matchup that the winners in the playoffs necessarily
The win no,
gets
the
the two
winner
seed.
clinches the 2 seed.
Yeah.
Because they won that AFC East division. If you told me
Uh,
6 weeks ago that the Bills would be competing in the last week to clinch a 2 spot and win the AFC East, I would have told you you're fucking crazy. Or excuse my
yeah.
language. You're freaking crazy. But here we
Man,
are.
this
And Vegas, in the eyes of Vegas, the Dolphins and the Bills are very equal teams. The fact that Bills have home field advantage and Vegas has the line at -3. This game could go either way.
either way, I would say these points are gonna be a little close, and it's either gonna be a one-sided blowout or field goal winning by one.
Yeah,
Um,
I
it's gonna
agree.
be a good game that I
I
look
think the
forward
Bills
to.
defense is going to need to play well. And is Tua hurt?
I'm not sure. I don't, I
I don't
think I
think he
think
is.
I think he's healthy. I think he's healthy. Yeah.
All right, and then the second game I want to talk about. This one's going to be interesting too. Bears at Packers.
Bears at Packers. Give me the Packers. Give me the Packers. I know I know Justin Fields is going to be wanting to play his heart out and playing tough, knowing that he is fighting for a roster spot with all these talks of him only being traded for a third or fourth round pick.
Give me the Bears. I like the Bears all day. They've already clinched the one spot for the draft. And what Bears fan doesn't want to ruin the Packers season? Packers lose and the Packers are out.
That is true. That is going into Lambeau
Yeah,
horrible.
they're gonna be facing a Green Bay team that's eager to get to the playoffs. But as a Bear, as a Bears fan, and as a Bears player, this is where you're gonna want your motivation. Your motivation this week's coming from not wanting the Packers to succeed.
Yeah, agreed.
All right. Well, thanks for listening to the first episode. Probably a little spotty here and there, but
Yeah, but once we get a routine, we'll get on a
yeah,
roll.
yeah, we'll get better
Let's
with
close it.
time.
Let's close it off with our parlay lock of the day. You can take these straight, or you can put them all four together. But after talking together, Captain Jack Sparrow and Davy Jones would like to send you off with a four-legger, make your new year a little bit better. And let's go with the Kings, the Flyers, the Bruins, and Krakens. Money line, take them all straight, or you can parlay them together for some nice odds.
Yeah.
I look forward to watching these games and look forward to making some money. So,
And use code CFB with Shane to get some DraftKings dollars.
all right, we're signing out of the locker. Peace.